Hello and welcome to the Quibber channel. I am Jason, your host. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I'm gonna just give the doggy a sweetie. Would you like a sweetie? Yes, no, maybe? Well, put that one down on there. I've been up since about 3 o'clock trying to get that bastard over there to fully work. Now, as you can see, it's working. Only people of a certain generation will know the pain of what I've been through today. First of all, that system never came with a Windows 98 second edition disk. The problem with that is that I found out why, I remembered why I shut it down and stopped trying to game on it. The PS2 ports on the back, the ones that are the old style mouse and yes, we've got one over here. Mouse and keyboard ports that's like this failed on it, both ports. So when I first brought this back down and tried the PS2 keyboard, the IBM keyboard, and the mouse would not work. Even worse than that, it would freeze up because there was intermittent information coming from the keyboard through the ports. So I ask you, how do you access a Windows 98 PC without a keyboard or a mouse that works? Well, first of all, I managed to find a Windows 98 second edition ISO on Internet Archive. Downloaded it to a flash drive, plugged it in to one of the USB ports. The problem is, a little tiny problem, the driver for the USB ports doesn't initiate until Windows is fully loaded. Windows won't fully load until you've plugged in a keyboard and mouse. The keyboard and the mouse that you want to plug in will not work because it's an intermittent fault on the PS2 lines on the system. This was fun. Fun in a, I'm glad I don't have hair because I would have pulled it all out way. So first thing I did, I managed to cobble together a interface for, because you can't just plug in a USB keyboard and mouse. With Windows and most modern systems have built-in drivers, but no, all of those drivers are left on the CD, on the Windows 98 CD, which of course you don't have, and you can't plug in, and then you can't select because you don't have a keyboard or mouse connected. So how can you? Do you see where I'm going here? Ugh. In the end, I managed to get the keyboard working long enough to use that. Now, if you've ever accessed a Windows PC without a mouse, it's fucking frustrated because you can use tab to move through the different icons and enter to actual thingy. But this is a games system and so it kept launching the game bar, which would mean that the tab was set in the game bar windows, and I had to figure out how to shut down a window without a full setup. So finally got that done. Finally got it to recognize, using just the keyboard, the PS2 keyboard, that there was a keyboard and mouse connected to the USB ports, and that my flash drive was the E drive. This was not a fun thing. This was like pulling fucking teeth. It was horrible trying to go through it, doing little bits at a time, and then trying to get the system to reboot so it'd save everything, so I didn't have to redo it. So without a proper soft shutdown, it didn't save the stuff, so therefore it would ask again to install all those things. And of course, the keyboard, the PS2 keyboard, was sending intermittent information which was crashing and freezing the PC every few minutes. So it was a fun 5 hours of this, but I finally got it to recognize a old USB mouse and to install the driver from the flash drive for the USB mouse, and then to install the driver for a USB keyboard. And here's the trick. This system only has 2 USB ports. One for the keyboard, one for the mouse. Where'd you plug in the flash drive? So I had to do them one at a time. To first try to recognise the mouse, while the other port was activated as the flash drive, and then I had to take the mouse out and recognise the keyboard, and then I had to pray that everything worked. I think what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to copy the entire flash drive stuff onto the C drive in a backup folder so I can use the actual drive if this mess ever happens again. So now I have it set up over there. It's got a keyboard connected, it's got a mouse connected, and it's working. I'm not gonna be fucking playing on that today. I've done enough shit with that thing. The nice thing is my flat screen TV there is an old, very old, second hand. I bought it from Cash Converters online. Toshiba 720p. I think it cost 10 quid. I think it actually cost me 10 quid. £10, because nobody wants a 720p monitor. But the good thing about that is it had a VGA connector, so I plugged that into the PC. It has a separate SCART connector which I can plug into the Amiga, and it also has an RF connection I can plug into the Atari 2600 when I bring that down and put it on the top of the shelf there. So we can have 3 systems going through the same thing. And it doesn't look bad. It's definitely game worthy. I'm quite happy with the system set up now, but I'm just exhausted. I am fucking exhausted. I have been going to. I've also got to find some fucking a cheap pair of USB. No, not USB, because we don't have any spare ports. No, we need to find some old speakers that will go through a 3.5 inch jack to the sound card on there. It's been one of those days, one of those mornings, and I couldn't go bed and I couldn't go sleep because my brain kept working on it. I was exhausted. I wanted to stay in bed. I wanted to sleep longer than fucking 3 o'clock in the morning, but no, my brain was so fixated on this that there was nothing I could do except work on the bitch. Oh. The sound at the moment is coming through an Amazon Bluetooth speaker, which has an AUX 3.5 inch jack on it. Now I think I've got some speakers somewhere in the fucking house, but I have no idea where. Because I don't want to just put it through crappy little speakers, because the sound quality on the system, on the Sound Blaster, is actually quite good. But as you can see, I'm a bit shattered. I'm a bit out of it. The dog is also tired because the dog and me have been playing around, and I've been playing with his bone, his toy bone, and that while I've been messing with it all. He's been having great fun. So I am. It is now working. My retro. Well, it isn't really a retro city. It's actually a fully functional. It's got an Ethernet cable in, but I'm not fucking connecting it to my network or the internet. No way. It's a Windows 98 system. That thing never gets connected to the internet ever. It has Doom on it. It has quite a few games built into it, and of course I'll be able to play all of my games. Holy shit! So I'm going to have a quiet day. I've got another video I want to do, but yeah, this will do for now. So let's bye bye for this.